Hello everyone, myself Neha Sharma, Assistant Professor from Sant Haridas College of Higher Education. So our today's topic is factors affecting HR planning and qualitative and quantitative dimensions of HR planning. So first of all, we will discuss about factors affecting HR planning. Several factors affect HR planning. So these factors can be classified into two terms, external factors and internal factors. So first we will discuss external factors of HR planning. The first factor, external factor, is government policies. Policies of the government like labor policy, industrial relation policy, policy towards reserving certain jobs for different communities and sons of the soil, etc., affect the human resource planning. Next is level of economic development. Yes, level of economic development determines the level of human resource development in the country and thereby the supply of human resources in the future in the country. Next is business environment. Yes, external business environmental factors influence the volume and mix of production and thereby the future demand of human resources. Next is level of technology. Yes, level of technology determines the kind of human resource required, means what type of human resource is required or what type of manpower is required. The next is international factors. Yes, international factors like the demand for resources and supply of human resources in various countries. And the last is outsourcing. Outsourcing is availability of outsourcing facilities with required skills and knowledge of people reduces the dependency on human resource planning and vice versa. Now, internal factors of the internal factors which are affecting human resource planning. The first is company policies and strategies. Yes, company policies and strategies relating to expansion, diversification, alliances, etc., determines the human resource demand in terms of quality and quantity. The next is human resource policies. Yes, human resource policies of the company regarding quality of human resource, compensation level, quality of work life, etc., influences human resource plan. Next is job analysis. Exactly, the fundamentally human resource plan is based on job analysis. Job description and job specification determines the kind of employees required. Next is time horizons. Yes, companies with stable competitive environment can play for the long run, whereas the firm with unstable competitive environment can play for only short term range. Next is companies production operation policies. Companies policies regarding how much to produce and how much to buy from outside to prepare a final product influence the number and kind of people required. And the last is trade unions. Influences of trade unions regarding number of working hours per week, require recruitment sources, etc., affect the human resource planning. So all these are factors affecting HR planning. Now, qualitative and quantitative dimensions of HR planning. As we know that the rate of growth of human resources is determined by the two aspects. The first is quantitative and second is qualitative. So first we will learn variables determining the quantity of human resources. So variables determining the quantity of human resources. The first point is population policy. Some population policies operate by influencing the factors responsible for growth, such as fertility, marriage, and mortality. These are known as population influencing policies. Another category of policies known as responsive policies, and responsive policies are implemented to adjust to observed population trends with the help of programs like health, nutrition, education, housing, etc. And the aim of population policies is to achieving an optimum population for enhancing the country's development. Second is population structure. The structure of composition of the population is determined by two factors: sex composition and age composition. In sex composition, sex ratio is the ratio of males to females in the population. It is the basic measure of the sex composition of the population of an area. Higher the number of females, higher will be the population growth rate in future. Next is age composition. It is a distribution of population by age groups. Age composition is the result of past trends in fertility and mortality. The supply of labor depends on age composition, as economically active population falls in range of 15 to 65 age group. Next is migration. Yes, net migration is another factor which causes change in the population. Age and sex composition determine the natural growth in population. But for calculating the overall changes in population, it is important to consider net migration also. So, positive net migration will lead to a rise in population growth rate, while negative net migration will reduce the growth rate of population. So, migration can be both integrational and international. Next is labor force participation. So, the population of any country consists of workers and non-workers. The workers are the people usually in age group of 15 to 65 who participate in economically productivity who participated in economically productive activities by their mental or physical absence. So these includes like employers, employees, self-employed persons, and those engaged in family enterprise without pay. Now come to the qualitative aspects of human resource planning. The factor which determine the quality of human resources are education and training. Yes, the quantity and quality of education and training received by human resources impacts their knowledge and skills. Education and training are important for the upliftment of both individual and society. So it can be two type, formal or informal. Formal education is imparted through schools and colleges, while informal education and training take place through on the job training method or from the organization. So formal education stresses the transfer of theoretical knowledge, while informal education emphasizes on practical application of knowledge. The second is health and nutrition. Exactly, health and nutrition along with education are important for human resource development, because health and nutrition impact the quality of life, productivity of labor, and the average of life expectancy. Next is equality of opportunities. Yes, not all segment the people comparing human resources get equal employment opportunity. There is bound to be some discrimination. The most common form of discrimination are social discrimination, basics of gender, religion or social standing, or economic discrimination, like discrimination based on financial position or possession of wealth by the section of workforce. And there is regional discrimination, like these are in form of discrimination between rural and urban population, or between people belonging to direct region states. So all these are quality factors which affect quality of human resources. So I hope all you understand the topic.